Algebra 1, Lesson 41. Addition of like terms and rational expressions and two-step problems. Okay, so addition of like terms and rational expressions, it's the same rules of adding like terms. We just have to do a little bit more rewriting before we can figure out which terms are like or not. And the phrase rational expressions just means we're adding fractions into the mix. So we'll go ahead and solve our first example, which is 41.1. The instructions are to simplify by adding like terms, and then they give us the following problem, which I've copied right here. So there's a couple ways we can simplify this, as you guys should know now. We can simplify by writing everything in the numerator, we can simplify by writing everything positive, or we can simplify by writing everything in the denominator. I'm going to go ahead and write everything in the numerator. So this first term, I'm going to go ahead and rewrite it by moving these the y up and the x up. So that gives me b. When I move the x up, it's going to become x negative 3. X positive 1 and x negative 3 combine to become x negative 2. This y negative 2 goes up and becomes a positive y squared. And then b is already down there. So the first term is b x negative 2, y negative 2. I'm going to copy my minus sign. And then this second term, well, this one's already simplified. It's 3b, and then we'll notice it has the same terms here. So I'll go ahead and put them in the same order, x negative 2, y negative 2. Now the last one, we have 4y squared over b negative 1 x2. So let's go ahead and move these both to the numerator. 4 will stay the same down here. Y squared will stay the same. B will become positive 1. So I've got 4y squared b, and then x positive 2 will become x negative 2. All right, now when we look at like terms, this is very tricky because now we have to keep track of positives and negatives. So if we look here, we have b x negative 2, y positive 2. Here we have 3b x negative 2, y negative 2. And then here we have x negative 2, b, y positive 2. So the like terms are here and here. The difference is this term has a negative y, while these two both have positive y's. So let's go and combine these. This one has a coefficient of 1. 1 plus 4 gives me 5. And I'll write that as 5bx negative 2 y2 minus the last term 3bx negative 2 y negative 2. And that's our final answer. All right. So that's pretty much it for adding like terms of rational expressions. Just make sure you rewrite each phrase in the proper form or in whichever form you want. So rewrite it to simplify it, look for the like terms, and then combine them. Next, we're going to go into two-step problems. All right, let's get this focused here. So the reason why these are called two-step problems is because we have to perform two steps. The first step is to solve the equation that they give us. So in example 41.4, they tell us if x plus 3 equals 7, what is the value of x minus 8? So step 1, solve the equation, find out what x is equal to. Once I know what x is equal to, I'm then going to plug it into this expression to find out what this expression is equal to. So step 1, solve the equation. Step 2, take your unknown and plug it into this expression. All right, so let's get started on 41.4 on the paper. They tell us that if x plus 3 equals 7, what is x minus 8? So, hold on, the camera's a little, there we go, that's better. I was trying to get it all straight and centered and it just looked wrong. Okay, so step 1, solve for the unknown. So to solve for x, I'm going to go ahead and move 3 to each side. That cancels. And then I find out x is equal to 4. Now that I know what x is equal to, I plug it in. So we're going to use our plug-in method. So instead of writing x, I'm going to write parentheses 4 minus 8. 4 plus negative 8 is going to equal negative 4. And that's my answer. So it's pretty quick. I'll go ahead and do one more example. Let's see here. They tell us that if x minus 6 equals 4, what is x minus 5? So again, solve for this. Add 6 to both sides. We find out x is equal to 10. If x is equal to 10, then all I do is I plug that in here. 10 minus 5 is equal to positive 5, and that is the final answer. All right, that's it for this lesson. If you have any questions, let me know on Moodle, and I'll see you in class.